cord, and we'll get you in the left seat as the captain.
Okay.
Just mind the step, and just watch your head on the overheads.
Okay. Bit different too. Rightio. So she slides across, does she?
Just grab the pin. So there's a pin on the right hand side. Just grab the top of the pin, pull it all the way up, and then you walk the seat towards me.
Yep.
Holding the pin up all the way forward. Give it a wiggle. There we are.
Yep. Locked in. The rudder's fixed, or?
No, you have to operate the rudders.
No, I meant they're in a fixed position.
How do you mean a fixed position?
Oh, for depth, going in and out like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
They're in a fixed position. So you guys from Canberra?
Yep.
Yep. Well, this is the main runway, north-south runway at Canberra.
Yep.
See the Telstra Tower on Black Mountain over to the left there?
Yep.
Now I'll get you to do the takeoff.
Okay, cool.
So, first of all, that's your park brake.
Yep.
Okay. So what you'll do in a minute is park brake off.
Yep.
Power lever's coming up. And with the park brake off, I've lost my bloody phone now. What do I do with that? With the park brake off, you're going to start moving down the runway.
Yep.
So we want to stay on that centre line. So to do that, just push your right foot forward.
Yeah.
Okay, aircraft goes to the right.
Yep.
Left foot forward, aircraft goes to the left.
Yep.
Now if you squeeze your toes over like that, that's the toe brakes.
Toe brakes, yeah.
Yep. So we're barrelling down the runway. You're keeping us on the centre line. Around about 145 knots, I'll say rotate.
Okay, so is
So
that
keeping-
V1 or V2 on
So
this?
keeping that level,
Yep.
pull it back to about there and the aircraft will fly itself off.
Yep.
Okay? What happens then is, as the aircraft increases, the nose wants to pitch up.
Yep.
So pretty quickly you're going to take off the back pressure and actually push forward.
Okay.
And you're looking at keeping that horizon about a third of the way up the windscreen.
Okay.
Okay, we'll get the gear up, turn left over towards the Brindabellas. That'll give you a chance to get a feel of it.
Yep.
And we'll come back for a landing and then take it from there.
Okay, sweet.
Alrighty. Whenever you're ready. Park
Okay.
brake off and power levers coming up.
With the, so there's no nose wheel steering at this speed at all. Is it nose wheel up to a certain speed or?
Oh, take off, yeah.
Okay, rightio.
Well, your nose wheel only works on the ground.
Yeah, no, I know, but
So-
at
so
certain points you can kick it off though, so you get,
Well, not in a normal takeoff you wouldn't. No.
wouldn't you?
No.
Oh, okay, cool.
I mean, when you get to VT rotate, obviously you pull back and the nose wheel comes off the ground. But up till then, and it's quite responsive because you're 145 knots or something.
Yeah,
So the steering's very responsive.
It's a bit different. I've done a few backseat rides in the Hornets, so it's a little bit. You can actually key the steering on, nose wheel steering on it off
All
as
right.
you go. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's do it. Cool. So, right, so get the right way.
That's it. Keep us on that centre line. Speeds are alive.
It's pretty dreadful.
A little bit left input into the left forward. Get it back on the centre line.
Yeah.
Okay, rotate. You can see you'll have to ease that back pressure off. See how it's starting to rise as your speed increases.
Yep.
And we don't need our wheels anymore, so if you want to pull that lever out and up. And we also start getting some information from our two screens in front of you.
Yep.
First one is that little black dot, push forward till he's on 10 degrees.
Yep.
And on this screen you can see your magenta lines to the left, so do a nice gentle turn to the left. So I wouldn't go any further than that. And keep him on 10 degrees. Alright, got a gear gear up, we'll probably take our power back a bit. We don't know.
Yep.
We're going through 7,000 now. Now you can push the little black dot to the horizon, keep the left turn going,
Okay.
and pushing forward to the horizon, which is where the sky meets the ground. So
Yep.
put that fella there.
Okay, getting more left turn.
Well, I'll take a bit of flap off.
So we're trying to meet the magenta line, are we?
Fly along the magenta line, yep.
Geez, that picked the speed up with the flaps changed, eh?
Yeah, I left on a bit of flap just for a bit of stability.
Yep, cool.
Approaching the magenta line, right hand down.
Yeah, I should have gone a lot earlier than that, shouldn't I?
Yeah, this thing's probably around about 80 tonnes, 79, 78
Oh,
tonnes.
rightio.
So there's a lot of momentum there. It's like driving a car in a roundabout.
Yeah, a lot of fuel.
Well, if you want to exit the roundabout, you're actually turning left well before you get to the exit, aren't you?
Yeah.
You've got to anticipate it. And especially if you're going around a big roundabout at, 80 k's or something like that.
Yep.
Push some power back. Again, you see little black dots up on 10 degrees?
Yep. Get them
So
back
we've
down.
kept climbing through the 7,000.
So let's go down.
Slow us down a bit.
So what is the magenta line? Is that a localizer or?
Magenta line, that's what I set up here.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah, rightio.
So if you're doing a SID, standard instrument departure,
Yep.
you're doing the flying, I'd be setting up what's required as for our directions.
Okay.
Or if we're coming into landing, wherever ATC tells us to go, I'd be setting them up for you.
Okay, cool.
So around we go to the left.
Too much rank.
So it gets a bit busy here. You're turning left and trying to intercept the magenta line, but you're also trying to get down to back down to 7,000
Yeah.
feet. So I'd hold that little black dot about on that first white line below that horizon.
Okay.
That'll give us a nice steady descent. I've got the power pulled back. Yeah, I've got to remember to give you a cup, haven't I?
Do I?
You're Lee Berry, aren't you?
Yeah. Oh, I'm her son, yeah.
Yeah.
Jason, yeah.
There was a cup included in that. Yeah, a gift mug. So I've got to remember to give that to you at the end of the flight.
Oh, cool. Cool, mate. Come on, Jason.
So what we've got here, that's us in the triangle.
Yep.
They're nautical miles, so we'll do about probably another 10 nautical miles to the left, intercept that white line, and come back for a landing back in Canberra.
What's the green?
That means one of the parameters you've set, you're outside. So it could be your height, or 1,300 feet too high.
Yep. And that'd be specified by air traffic control, wouldn't it?
Either air traffic control, or if you're doing an approach, you'd have the various heights you have to fly at the various
Yep. Okay.
parts of the approach, whether you're doing an ILS or whatever the case may be.
Yep. 7,500, wasn't it?
Say again?
What height was it meant to be? 7,500? Oh, 7,000.
7,000?
Pink. Right, yeah, gotcha.
And what that green line could be, I've actually still got one stage of flap out,
Okay.
just for stability, makes it a bit easier to control.
Okay.
But our speed's 267 knots, which is too fast to have one stage of flap out.
Right, yeah.
So in the real world, you could have damaged the flaps or something like that.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter in a sim, but in the real world, you get a wrap over the knuckles.
Oh, Mitch and Betty would be
Sorry?
carrying on. The aircraft would be talking to you too, telling you that that's your flap, wouldn't it?
Yeah, there could be some warning about that. There'd probably, rather than a voice, there'd probably be a warning signal.
Okay.
Righto, we will turn left, set up a heading towards that dashed white line. So you see, once you turn, the nose really drops away, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
doesn't it? Yeah.
That's because instead of having sheer vertical lift, you've got vertical and a horizontal component.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm surprised how much lift you do lose. Yeah.
And the steeper the angle, the more lift you lose.
Yeah, okay.
That's looking pretty good. We're just on 7,000. Roll the wings level on that pink line, looking pretty good. Now we might get some wheels out to land on. So I want to pull the lever out and down. So the three reds.
Which one we go green?
And the three greens.
Okay. Just doesn't that really drag you down?
Yep, she certainly does, doesn't it? Changes the centre of gravity, changes everything.
Oh, yeah. Even though I'm, what, nearly 10 degrees up, still going down.
Yep, we've got low power setting,
Oh, okay.
so I'll give you a bit more power.
So,
I wouldn't pull the nose up that far, not at this low speed.
okay.
Just put him on maybe the first white line.
Yep.
I'll try the second white line, see if that gives us a climb. So there's the Monero Highway in front of us, going down to Kerma.
Okay, cool. What are the pink things that have...
That's your ILS, Instrument Landing System.
Right, yeah.
So you'd have done work on those?
Yep. Not too much, I work more on tack hand and stuff like that.
Righto, I'll set the magenta line up for an intercept for that white line. You can see the big dam out the windscreen there.
Yep.
It's Gugong, south of Queanbeyan.
Yeah.
Just gone through that white line, so we'll
Oh, I
come back for an intercept.
Yeah, I banked too much, didn't I? Well, doesn't that?
Get ready to roll onto the pink line or the magenta line.
Yep.
And you can drop the little black dot probably down about the first white line below the horizon, and set us up for a nice descent. Speed brake arm, park brake off, we've got the gear down. 15 flat coming out at the moment.
Geez, you can feel it balloon.
It does, doesn't it? Pitches up.
Yeah, it's really surprising.
Well, actually the nose goes down, but the aircraft lifts because of the extra lift.
Yeah.
Now, if you have a look out the windscreen, you can see that road there?
Yeah.
If you follow that, that'll take us right down the centre of the runway.
Oh, right, yeah.
So, we'll come back to the right. Again, the little black dot has to be below the horizon.
Okay, yeah.
And we've sort of stayed a bit higher, so put him on the second white line below the horizon. And I'll give you a bit more flap. So you've got the visual clues of the road.
Yep.
And you can see the runway with the two lights. And you've also got the information off your two screens.
Yep.
So I'd start turning left to stay on that road.
Seem a bit high, don't I? Was this way?
Now you're going off to the right of that road.
Yeah.
Remember that you're offset in the flight deck.
Yeah.
So you want that road to go down the centre of the aircraft.
Yeah. It's totally different. Come on.
Oh, it's a small flap.
Crash landing.
1,000 feet to go. Probably just raise the nose a little bit at this stage. You're almost back on the ideal approach path. So just raise the nose a bit to hold it. I'll give you a little bit of power just to maintain our speed. Yep. So kicking down the, yep, your approach path's perfect. Just a fraction to the right. And remember, anticipate the turn to the left to get us onto the centre of the runway. That's it, looking good. Keep it going, looking good. I'll look after the power for you. Look at the end of the runway, pull back. Little bit, just hold in there. Just hold in there, just back. There we are. There's your reverse thrust, pull that on. And squeeze your toes over the toe brakes.
Yep.
And your feet are also directional control. There we are, turned out alright, didn't it?
Oh no, I went the wrong way. I thought that.
Yeah. Right goes right, left goes left.
Yeah.
Opposite to a billy car.
Yeah.
There we are, reverse thrust off. And flick your park brake off.
Well, that was.
There we are.
That was a bit of a shocker.
You got it down nicely, just push the one leg forward. That was the only thing that happened.
I'm too used to HUDs and stuff like that, so wow, that was fun.
Anywhere in particular you want to go? You got any thoughts on that?
Why not? What would be interesting? Let's take off from Sydney.
Yep. World, Australia. 360 cities he's got. What are we after? Sydney.
Sydney.
There it is, somewhere. I've lost it again. Sydney, there we are.
Yep.
We're after Kingsford Smith.
Yep.
So 737 Kingsford Smith, or we don't want real well weather, that might be a bit crappy. We'll put nice clear weather. And yep, it's daylight, so that should be good.
Sounds like a go. Geez, it takes 100% of your attention flying the...
Keeps you busy, doesn't it?
Yeah. Okay, so I've got the handbrake on.
We're on 3-4 left.
Okay.
Put that in the box.
Scissors off to the right.
And 3-4 left is 110-10. That'll give us the ILS, the 2 pink diamonds. What are we? 335. We'll set that up here.
Okay.
Now, just want to have a fly around Sydney and have a look, or?
Yeah, wouldn't mind that.
All right. We only need to go to, I reckon, 3,000.
Yep.
Stop hitting a few buildings. That's about it.
Okay. so-
Righto. Whenever you're ready. Arc brake off. Power levers coming up. And oh, we've got to set flat to take off. And a bit of arm to set brake. Yep, speed's alive. Going to 100, 120, 130. Rotate. Off we go.
Oh, a bit too much.
And as the nose starts to rise, start taking the back pressure off and pushing forward
Yep.
and getting your gear up.
So what flap setting was that one?
That was 5.
Just trying to slow down the climb.
So down, going through 2300, 2400. About now I'd start pushing over because we're after 3000. I'll pull some power back.
Gee, she still wants to go up, doesn't it?
So there's the harbour going off to our left there.
Yep.
Northern beaches off to our right.
Cool. So we're about 2 seconds. So what should be the optimum cruise for this thing?
Optimum cruise is what for sightseeing.
Oh, for, you know, if you were doing a flight seeing type trip, about this speed, 260, 270 or...
Yeah, I mean that's, you can do it at any number of speeds. There's no set speed for
Oh, okay.
a sight flying to it. Depends how far you want to go, how fast you want to get there, all those
Yep.
sorts of things.
Yeah, that's neat.
Almost on the 3000, so just bring the dock back up, probably put him on the horizon, see if that'll hold him there.
guys able to simulate crosswinds and everything with this? Or?
Yeah, you can if you get back into the computer program, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. That's neat.
As you can see at the moment, we've got nil wind up there.
Okay, gotcha. The thing that's helped me the most is this whole concept of the centre of the aircraft being there. With my so all my experience was single-ended in single-seat jets, so it's totally different feel to it. Try and get that.
Just ease on a bit more power just to get back up to 3,000.
Is it the Hawkesbury, the river there, or?
We
go the
yeah,
wrong
that
way.
goes into Broken Bay, doesn't it? Is it Broken Bay? Yeah.
Yeah.
So you want to head back for a bit of a sightseeing tour of Sydney?
Yeah, let's do it.
Alright, we'll go back to the right down through the beaches. I'll set the pink line up as just an indication. You don't have to follow the pink line, go wherever you like. Freeway heading up to Newcastle and Brisbane.
Okay.
I think it's dual road all the way to Brisbane now, isn't it? They've just about finished that, I think.
I've never driven north of Taree, to tell you the truth. I mean, I've been to Townsville. We used to go to the high range there for bombing off Rattlesnake Island.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You used to fly out to Palm Island, so you used to go past
really?
Rattlesnake, yeah.
It's beautiful out there, isn't it?
Nice spot, yeah. Going to come round a bit further and head down the coast.
Cool. This is bloody awesome.
Well, I'll get that out of your road actually, you don't have to worry about that.
Sure.
Just fly wherever you want to fly.
Okay.
If you decide to come back for a landing or something, well, I'll use that as an indication for what heading to fly.
Okay. So just still sort of chasing the 3,000 thing a bit.
Oh, yeah. So fly over the CBD and the Harbour Bridge, have a look.
Yeah. One of the rear seat rides I got in the Hornet was a bit of a gift from a pilot. It was an engineer test from Williamtown, and we went from 0 to 33,000 feet in about 30 seconds. And when he rolled over, he just drifted down over Sydney Harbour.
Yeah.
Yeah, just sort of, but I didn't see much of it because my eyes were closed the whole time. Scared the living daylights out of me. Because when they come out of afterburner, you're thrown like 2 Gs forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just...
When they shut the afterburner off.
Yeah, it's like bang, 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 you know.
Yeah.
Hang on, bit high now.
Yeah, you want to make sure the seatbelt's done up tightly, wouldn't you?
Yeah, well,
The harness.
my job was to overhaul the ejection seats in those years.
Oh, yeah.
I was a trade supervisor there. So you strap yourself in those damn things.
Yeah. Hang on for dear life.
Yeah. They were cowboys, though, the pilots. They just loved bloody their flashy toys they flew around in.
When I was in flight instructing in Canberra, and if they gave those pilots a desk job, they used to send them to Canberra for a year or two.
Yeah.
And they'd give them a card. I think they could do in those days about $11,000 flying a year just to keep their hand in, you know.
Oh, okay.
And so they'd come out to Canberra Airport. You'd have to check them out on a Cessna or a Warrior or something like that. And just interesting that, you know, some blokes were like out of the movies, you know.
Yeah.
But other blokes were quiet as a mouse and never said anything, you know. They're all different.
Yeah, they're all
different personalities.
Types. Yeah.
But they must have all had it as far as flying.
Yeah. They sort of get to a certain rank, then they get burnt out, I think. It's all different now, though. Okay. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, there's the CBD and the Harbour Bridge.
Yep. Opera House.
Yeah.
So we're getting a bit away again.
There must be the Sydney Cricket Ground over that way, I think.
Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it?
And there's Mascot there. 2 runways that way. Runways 34 and 16.
So 34's.
16 is that direction.
Yep. 34's in from the coast.
34's coming over the water.
So we might have a go landing there, eh?
What, coming over the water?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, alright. And there's runway 25 going from our left to right.
Okay.
Right now we're up there, so we'll stay 3,500.
Yep. And I might try and wing the approach this time.
And we'll go 34 right. So I'll go back to using this magenta line again.
Yep.
So we probably need to go, just keep a bit of distance between us and the airport. So we'll head out to the left a bit. Just head out a bit, that'll give us a bit of room to manoeuvre around onto runway 34, 34 right.
Yeah, you've got to be gentle with it, haven't you?
Yeah, again, that's a function of the speed. You know, the faster it is, the more responsive it is.
Used to everything being a lot more draggy. You know, you cut the engine power and it all slows down like you've got an air brake out.
I reckon I might set Chuck for a right turn to intercept that dash white line.
Okay.
And
so we should be, so I should be flying the dashed line when I get to it.
no, we're setting up an intercept.
Okay, gotcha. Too much beef.
Once you're established on that magenta line and when you're close to the white dashed line, I'll probably change it again.
Yep.
So we'll do a series of turns until we end up on that white line, following it all the way down to your runway 34 right.
So on the, what I would call an ethos, the yellow markings that look like, are they talking about how much flaps out, are they?
Which one's this?
The yellow markings at the top. These ones with the...
Oh, that's just an indication of your angular bank and how you're turning.
Okay, right, yeah.
This tells you how much flaps out.
Okay. Down, I would say.
Gear down?
Yep.
Pull some power back for you, slow him down.
Okay.
Run to 250, so I can put out up to 5 flap.
Okay.
Speed brakes on, park brakes off, put our gear down. Say 0 altitude at your sea level, I reckon.
Yeah.
Most
Way
likely
too far right.
20 or 30 feet above that. So a little bit to the left, just to line up on that runway. This fellow here.
Yep.
Nice on the centre line, height's good, nice approach there. You nailed it.
And a little bit to the left. It's better.
Maybe some more flap, we're under 195.
Okay. Too far left, aren't I?
Yep, so just a gentle turn to the right.
Yeah.
Yeah, right, down to 170, next stage of flap. 65, what stage of flow?
Too far right. I'll land short on it.
And last stage of flow, probably a bit of power just to
Stop me.
keep us out of the water. Ease the power back off again. Look at the end of the far end of the runway for perspective. The idea is to fly just above the runway. And when it runs out of speed, it'll land itself. There, beautifully
There
done,
you go.
well done. Reverse thrust.
Yep.
And squeeze the toes to the toe brakes. And feet for directional control. Tell you what,
Screw the beach.
how about we do a go around? Let's go.
Okay.
Full power. We'll take off and we'll land at Bankstown. How's that?
Sound bloody good.
So just keep us on that. Whoop, a little bit low, a little bit low. Righto, rotate, off we go. Gears up. Flaps back, stage one.
I've totally screwed the takeoff thing. That was just...
We don't need to go, I reckon 3,000 will do us.
Okay.
And we'll head over to out near the Prospect Reservoir. And we'll do a big left turn and come in for a landing at Bankstown.
Okay.
Whoop.
A bit high. Just... land. Yes, it's a bit, you've really got to chase it, haven't you?
Probably chasing's not a good idea. Just set something, assess it. See now you're approaching 3,000, so you'd set on the horizon.
Okay.
So you'd set that on the horizon.
Yep.
And you'd anticipate that. You'd probably, the speed we're going, probably 400 or 500 feet below, you start to push over.
Okay. That sounds like a stall, is it?
No, exact opposite.
Too fast.
Yep.
Okay.
Pull the power back. Bring it round a bit. A bit further, I think. There's Prospect Reservoir just off to our left there.
Okay.
So we'll head there. So it's going to get a bit busy from here. We're a little bit high, so I've got a bit of work to do. So I'll head back to a left turn to Bankstown. We'll get our gear down. So I'll pull the power back because we're descending. It's going to increase the speed a bit.
Am I right staying on the second one, you think? Or was that a bit too much?
No, holding there should be good. Bankstown's basically at sea level, so we've got 3,000 feet to descend.
Okay.
can just see the airport off to the left there. That's Bankstown there.
Okay.
So head to about here. Then we'll do the left turn. That should bring us down that. There's 3 runways. We'll take the centre runway. It's the longest.
Try and meet at about 1,000 feet. This one, or
Yeah. Yeah, keep him at 1,000 feet. You can see the pappies over there, the red lights.
Yep.
Ideally, we get 2 whites and 2 reds as we approach the runway.
Oh, so
I wouldn't send any more. I'd keep it at 1,000.
Rightio.
We're down to 164, so we'll put up to 30 degrees of flap out, which I'll do. And start turning left. Oh, we're going past it, sorry.
Yeah.
Going past the runway.
That's all right.
So we'll gear down, speed brake. 30 flap coming on. Just watch that, pulling that nose up because that'll bring on a stall if we're not careful. We're pretty low speed.
Okay, gotcha.
So keep it coming round to the left. So you've got the 3 runways there. Pick the middle one.
Yep. So do the best I can.
So
Yep.
come along here, turn right. Lean on that middle one. Right, I'll start pulling the power off. I'll give you full flap. Turning right now onto that centre runway. That's looking pretty good. Line him up to the centre line.
Now too far to the left. Aim for the far end. Aim for the far end.
Now we're down. Reverse thrust and toe raise.
Okay.
Reverse thrust.
Sorry.
Yeah, you can get a 7.3 in after all.
That was pretty rough as guts, so.
Take your reverse thrust off.
Okay.
And click on your park brake.
Park brake.
There's a bloke waiting to take off down there. Looks like a Baron or something.
Yeah. Beach barrel.
Well, you don't want to be stuck in Sydney. How about I set you up for a landing in Canberra?
Yeah, let's do it.
We'll get you home.
That was good fun, eh?
It's interesting, isn't it?
The thing that's totally whacked my brain is the height.
Yeah.
Just how high the landing gear's down as opposed to everything. I'm used to being, like the landing gear being a much shorter stroke.
Oh, right.
So being so high up, that's...
Oh, you mean the height off the tarmac?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That was good fun.
Well, see, it says here, see that 4?
Yeah.
Well, that's supposed to give us the height above the ground, but we're more than 4 feet above the ground. Yeah, 4 feet's only a bit over a metre.
Well, are these things using a radar altimeter or barometric?
I'd say that would
probably
be
radar, wouldn't it?
No, it wouldn't be anything at all. It'd be a fixed
Okay.
figure because your height above the runway doesn't vary, does it? If you're sitting with engines off,
Yeah, true.
sitting above it,
Yeah.
your height doesn't vary. I mean, no, well, it doesn't. Does
No,
it?
it can't.
I mean, you have a little bit more inflation in the tyres, so you might be that much higher.
Yeah.
But basically, it's going to be the same. Yeah.
Okay.
You see, this has come up as 12.
Yeah.
We'll just load Canberra and see what it says for that.
Yeah, that was probably really good fun, mate. Okay, so we're getting 2,300 feet. Okay.
Speed brakes. Park brake can go off.
Yep.
And flaps are set at 30.
We've already got gear down.
Yep, got
Right.
the 3 greens.
Okay.
And we've got about 50% power on both engines.
Rightio.
And we'll put Canberra in the box. MAH00003. Righto, here we go.
Stuff.
Full flap.
Yeah. Too high.
No, we're right on, that's spot on. I'll ease the power. There we are, nicely down, reverse thrust and cobra. That was a beautiful landing, that was well done.
Yeah, hang on. I wasn't on the toes properly. It takes a bit of getting used to.
There we are, nicely done.
That's bloody awesome, mate.
Reverse thrust off.
Park
And
brake
just
on.
flick your park brake on. And we'll set them up for the next ones.
Yeah, that was really good fun, eh? Mate, this is the best fun I've had in years. I'm a chronic pain sufferer. This is really good fun.
This is good for you, yeah.
Oh,
Takes your mind off that, doesn't it?
Oh, it's bloody unreal. This is the best present my mother's ever got me. Bloody awesome.
You might have noticed there what I clicked on had camber up heavy, so that means it's max takeoff weight.
Oh, okay.
So that affects your speeds for rotation speeds and all that sort of stuff.
Okay.
Your V1 and V2.
Alright, eh?
Get that.
Okay, so that's cool. You can go ready.
There we are. We're back where we started
On
from.
the piano keys.
All safe and sound.
So, park brake off.
I think the hour's up. I think we're all finished.
That's all good.
You can just hear the other mob out there.
Hang on.
But we got the video of it.
That's awesome.